Hey guys, my name is Wes, and you're watching Wes Nichols TV, and today I'm reviewing Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them. Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them is a 2016 family adventure film starring Eddie Redmayne, Katherine Waterston, Dan Fogler, Ezra Miller, and Colin Farrell. It is directed by David Yates, written by J.K. Rowling, and is a prequel to the Harry Potter franchise that we know and love. My favorite thing about this film are the characters. I mean, it really comes down to that. They get great performances behind them, but Newt Scamander is a likable guy. I mean, he gets into some trouble because he makes little small mistakes and things just kind of don't work out the way that they're planned, even though he has good intentions. But you can tell he's a really good person. He's doing things for the right reasons, so it makes it really easy to get behind him. And when you're being played by such a likable person as Eddie Redmayne, that makes it a great, leading character to get behind in your movie. Dan Fogler's character plays a nomad, which is the equivalent to a muggle. And if you add up his attributes, I don't like this character. He's over the top and slapstick. He has a over the top accent and this New Yorkie accent from like the 30s. And if you just look at it from that, I'm like, I don't like this guy. But the charisma behind the character, the commitment to the performance, I end up really liking this character. I want to see him succeed with Newt. Even though he's just a generic sidekick, I really liked that. Katherine Waterston, similar to Dan Fogler, she's making stupid, some mistakes. You're like, why did you do this? Why would you do this? But I like her. It's a lot of this movie is just there's great performances. There's a lot of charisma in the cast, and that really strengthens this movie. But one of my favorite characters in this movie is Graves, played by Colin Farrell. He is basically like a detective. He's a top detective or something in the magic police, and you don't know exactly what's going on with him. Is he just a cop? Is he working, is he got darker intentions? We don't know just yet. And I really enjoyed questioning all throughout the movie. But he's played very well by Colin Farrell. He's very intimidating, and I liked the character. On top of that, the world building. We're seeing the America side of the Harry Potter world. And while it feels very different, not because it's America, but because it's the 30s, so you don't really get to see that so much at all in Harry Potter, I believe. And I thought it was an interesting twist to see, because now you're not only seeing magic over on this side, but you're seeing a different time with magic. And you're seeing a very different government with magic as well. And I thought that all this stuff was really interesting. I'm always interested in finding more about worlds. You could have gone into a little bit more of that stuff, and I would have really enjoyed it. But there were some negatives to that, which I will get into a little bit later in my review. My other positive is the storyline that has to do with this anarchist in the wizarding community right now, and what's going on with this family of, they know that witches are out there, kind of, and they're like, we need to kill these witches and stuff like that and find them. Believe us. And nobody's like, we don't believe you guys are crazy, because imagine being around in the 30s and people are putting off, like, there's witches everywhere. You'd think they were crazy. And so it's an interesting kind of subplot that leads into the main final third act of the film. But that leads me to my negatives. The first half, kind of half of the film, is Eddie Redmayne's character, Newt Scamander, finding these animals and they escape, and he's got to find them. And that leads to a lot of slapstick humor. There's this one animal, I don't know what it was called, that likes to steal. It likes shining things. It's stealing things constantly. And every time this thing was on screen, the CG for this animal is not good. It's just, it's good for like 2004 through 2013. It probably looked pretty good. But I just watched Doctor Strange. That one has incredible CG. Watching this, I felt like I was seeing a computer-generated thing, and it made me kind of like annoyed. And so it's stealing things. They're making all these. You see Newt Scamander do something, and it catches him, and you're like, why didn't you do that from the start? Why would you make all this mess and have to fix all this stuff and potentially get caught all these different times because you just didn't want to do that? Plot holes, guys. Like, you could thought that through. You could have cut out 10 minutes of ridiculous, over-the-top scenes. I guess they're maybe for kids. I don't know. It's a big negative for me. It really drove me nuts. That whole kind of subplot of finding and chasing these animals, aside from the fact you're showing off some, neat animal design, negative. On top of that, like I said, CG, there are moments of really strong CG in this movie. There's also quite a few moments of really bad CG. So, negative. But maybe the biggest negative in this film is the pacing. It is really hard to get into this movie. It should not be very difficult for me to sit down, Harry Potter style movie comes on, I should be like, ooh, cool, magic and stuff. But instead I'm sitting here going, okay, that's kind of, okay. That's kind of, okay. Until 40 minutes into this movie. This movie is a long movie. It's like 2 hours and 10 minutes long, something like that. And it feels longer than that. It was really long. So, adding everything up, it's hard to give a great score to this movie. There are things I really liked about it, but there are some things that really drag it down. So my overall score for this film is almost a 7, like a 6.8, 6.9 out of 10. But that's just my opinion. I want to hear what did you think about it. Let me know in the comment section down below. And while you're down there, let me know what is your favorite Harry Potter film. Do you like the early ones? Do you like the late ones? And as you can see up around my face right now, there are several videos. My latest video, whatever one, subscribe. Thanks for watching, guys. My name is Wes. You're watching Wes Nichols TV. Have a great night. Bye.